Hello, welcome to another video on Moonbeam Manor. In the middle of working on a church facade for my Halloween haunt, and most churches have these stained glass windows. And I've seen some videos on how to give that stained glass colored look, and I'm doing this on a very tight budget. I'm just using stuff that I have around the house already, and I'm just going to show you how I do it. So stay tuned. Now, a lot of haunters, myself included, prefer using styrofoam sheets um, to build a lot of their props because it's lightweight and fairly cheap. And one of the things about these styrofoam is that they do have like a plastic on them. And I would suggest before you cut that you peel the plastic off. Now, this is not a very good example because I had already cut this before I had actually um, peeled this off. But you try to keep it intact as best you can. This stuff is really easy to pull off, but because, like I said, I cut this before, it kind of has the seams in it. But you'll peel this off of your styrofoam. And I got glue on there, so it's not coming off very well, but peel that off and you'll keep the sheet for a while. And I'll show you why in a second. Now, I did have some old plywood lying around. I'm sorry I didn't record this part, but I wasn't thinking about it when I was doing it. Had some old plywood, which I had painted the whole thing white, give it like a primer. Then I took some spray paint and just kind of like painted a bunch of different colors onto it, just like that. Then you're going to want to keep this thing clean, and that sheet that you peeled off, this is where it's going to come in handy. Now, I happen to have some spray glue with me, which I'll just cover this whole thing with it. Get you some spray adhesive to do that with. And then what you'll do is that thin piece of plastic that you took off your styrofoam, you'll use that to stretch it over your wood, plywood. And then you try to get this as flat as you can on here. I know things like actual glass and probably plexiglass would work best for this, but like I said, I'm doing this on a very tight budget. So this is just my way of doing it. You can probably find a different way, a better way. Get it kind of smoothed out a bit. And there you go. Then I needed to work on the window frame, which I happen to have over here. And with some wood glue, I already measured these out for my windows, and I will show you that in a few minutes. glue this on. Very tight corner here. All right, while the video was paused, I went on ahead and glued down most of the framework. Not sure if you could see it in the camera, but glued it down. I put a couple of screws in to kind of hold it. I just got to put in the last top part. This was from a piece of plywood that I'd cut out into this shape for the top of the window. And now we're going to glue it in. And I'm just using regular old wood glue for this. Actually, it may not be regular wood glue. I mean, it is Titebond 2, my preferred wood glue. And then we'll just flip this over. And I'll put a couple screws in. Now I'm just, if I didn't say this already, I'm just using these small, I'm not sure the inches on them, just some dry wall screws. Got to hold this down. Well, I can see like parts of this is kind of sticking up, so what I will do, hopefully, see how well this will work. And maybe if you happen to have a heavy object, you can put it on top of this to kind of hold it down. See, I got to put another screw in over here for this wood because you want it to be as flat as possible. You might want to also use some pre-drilled holes on here. I didn't, and the wood kind of split. I'll show you that in a second. But I kind of think the wood splitting on this is kind of adding to the charm a bit because it really shows you that it's just supposed to be an old church. So that's how I do my stained glass windows, and I'll show you the results in a second. Now, certain things like on this, let me see if I can tilt this down. You know, after this glue dries, you can take your skill saw and kind of cut around this to give it the right look. And your end result should look something like this. Got that stained glass window on that wall there. And hopefully soon I'll put this church together and I will show you the process of that. Keep Halloween alive. Have a good day.